Good morning and welcome to the video flash number 12. First off, I would like to congratulate Patricia Scherer for being elected to the Management Committee of the Social Platform. She will join a 7-person steering group that will help those 47 European civil society organizations work in the social sector. Last week, the European Pillar of Social Rights was adopted by the Commission, so congratulations. This pillar is organized around 20 principles for equal opportunities, access to the labour market, social protection and inclusion. It is also accompanied by a social scoreboard that will allow the Commission to assess the implementation of this pillar. So EASPD is really happy with this commitment that the Commission has made on a more social Europe. Check out our position paper on our website. Last week also, the annual convention on inclusive growth took place on Monday. It's a convention where 450 participants joined to discuss how to make a more inclusive Europe, with the Commission and the Presidency and the Council being there. EASPD, together with other disability organizations, had the pleasure to organize a side event on independent living. At the event, Bartolo also interviewed Evarist Bartolo, the Maltese Education and Employment Minister. Enjoy.
Dear Minister, your intervention this morning was, I think, very interesting, very important. You talked about a change in thinking that is needed. Could you explain a little bit, please?
If we want a society that works for everyone, that welcomes everyone, we cannot talk of a society in terms as if it's a market. That those who manage to do well, do well. Those who are not, are not producing, then they are not useful for society. We should move away from that. We should bring back the values of humanity to when we talk about society, about social relationships. People are not clients, people are not human capital, people are human beings, people are persons. And to have a society that works for everyone, we also then need schools that work for everyone, workplaces that welcome everyone. And we need to get all these policies together, not with one mentality. We talk about efficiency, about economic productivity, but then when it comes to society, we say nice things, but then there is no financial support and no resources to make it happen.
So indeed, a sort of a fundamental shift in thinking. To which extent will the Maltese presidency be able to pass on that very important message to the incoming presidency?
I'm very happy that even in our presidency, we've passed very important council resolutions about inclusion and diversity.
Okay.
Because inclusion, to welcome everyone, it doesn't mean that you have a one-size-fits-all. Because a one-size-fits-all fits no one.
Okay.
Because we're all different people, so there is diversity. So we need to do things that are flexible and that are human. And I'm very happy to say that for the first time, we have also acknowledged the role of the European Agency for Inclusion.
Okay.
And they're very happy that we managed to put their role in this document, because I know that they do a lot of work. What is important for us is to have a social model which is human and which doesn't, I repeat, expect us to perform. What makes you a good school is not only that you teach well and that students learn well, but that you provide an environment, you provide a space where we care about each other.
Yeah.
Because what is also mistaken is when we talk of inclusive schools, for example, we shouldn't say only certain part of the people working in that school are responsible for inclusion. No. Schools for everybody.
It's a shared responsibility.
It's a shared responsibility.
Exactly. My organization represents support services for persons with disabilities from across the European continent. Do you have a message for these type of social services that support persons with a disability?
See them as human beings, not as clients. I was making this point this morning, that it's as if to justify what we do in the social area, we have to import language from business and from economics. No. We're dealing with human beings.
That's a fantastic and a very powerful message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for this. Very kind of you.